Alright, and we have lots and lots of juicy stories making the rounds in the world of sports to dish out for you. And this morning, I bet you it's going to be interesting. I am not alone in the studio. I've got the company of Godstime Igelege Idama. I also have Emmanuel Fashimi, the sports senator, and of course, guest appearance. He's been somebody we've been talking to over the phone for a couple of times, and we're glad we have him live with us today. Now, the president of Badminton Federation of Nigeria, BFN, Barrister Francis Obi, has commended the organizers of the just concluded Badminton Championship organized by the Association of Badminton Clubs in Nigeria, ABCIN. BFN President Obi made the remark during the closing ceremony of the ABCIN Championship and Festival that took place at the Gymnasium Hall of Package B of the Moshood Abiola National Stadium here in Abuja. According to Barrister Obi, who applauded the organizers for staging a befitting championship, said the annual championship will go a long way in promoting the development of the game of badminton in Nigeria.
The badminton game is quite an interesting game, and you heard it all from the president Obi, what they put in place, and for the event it's a good one that been organized to at least harness talents and probably prepare them for future events. We know that we have a Nigerian who is Anolu Akpo, so he's our star man when it comes to badminton in Nigeria and in Africa, and also he's the first to be reckoned with when it comes to badminton in the world too. So it's a good one. These are sports that a lot of persons don't really show interest in, but if we can invest in all of these sports outside badminton, there are other good sports out there that we just need to invest in. The government need to look at it, at least prioritize them. Some of these sports also can actually bring laurels to this country.
I mean, it's a good ideology. This is where you groom your own talent. I think the media has a huge part to play in this, because the media actually helped us to develop our football and basketball teams and individuals and athletes too. But now we have badminton where we are actually trying to pull the crowd to, and if you have played badminton, you know badminton is a very interesting sport to play. Right now, we should be able to drag attention to sports like this, because we are holding a tournament. It shows you that there are badminton lovers in the nation.
Alright, I made mention that we have a guest appearance in the studio. Alright, we have Mark Malele in the studio with us. What's up, Mark? Good morning.
Good morning, and thank you very much for having me this morning.
The Nigeria Basketball Federation has commenced the second phase of the league. We have 8 clubs that are taking part here in Abuja. Can you tell us how it has been?
Yeah, it has been a kind of a good run so far, especially starting from the first phase and then coming to the second phase now, whereby we are going to have only 2 teams qualifying for the final 4 of the NBBF. We have played some games so far, especially on the first day, that is on Sunday. Then we played the second day yesterday, and then we are going into the third day today.
How has the championship been? We know we have games that have already been concluded. Do you think this is going to be any different from the Atlantic Conference? Because already we have Delta Force Basketball Club that is withdrawing from the championship due to some reasons.
Yeah, when you see a team withdrawing from the NBBF Premier League now, you shouldn't detach it from the fact that the preparation hasn't been that good, as well as probably financial problems, because the notice of the championship was just short, as well as preparation for this team. So clubs have been training, and then some of these clubs were just put together in just a matter of weeks before the commencement of the league. So they couldn't hold strong, especially when it comes to finances. They had to just go. As I'm talking to you now, there has been 2 walkovers on Bauchi Nets because they have not arrived. Though yesterday I heard that they are on their way to come. So you can see all of these things, and it has to do with the preparation as well as level of what NBBF have done. The notice was just short to clubs, and then you know that most of these clubs depend on their various governments to provide funds for them to attend the NBBF Premier League. So it is supposed to be a league that will run for over like 7 months, but now we are having just a matter of weeks.
However strong the team from Bauchi is, and losing a few games at the start, do you see them actually mustering a comeback?
I don't know how strong Bauchi Nets are right now, but recently they have not even been playing in the Premier League. So I don't think Bauchi Nets is going to be that strong that they can even stage a comeback. So the Gombe Bulls were supposed to play them today, but Gombe Bulls will not be playing them. They will be playing against Kano Pillars instead today.
The first phase in Lafia for the one you actually attended, How would you compare it with the one in Abuja? That's the second phase now.
There is still a lot of loopholes here in Abuja. When you look at the whole games, when they are being played, when you are playing a top league, there should be a lot of packaging, media activities in order to promote this league. But there is nothing like that. And I think there are only few reporting the league in Nigeria right now. It doesn't speak good of the league. And someone has already branded the league as just a selection activity for who is going to represent Nigeria in basketball Africa League. This is something we can improve on the part of NBBF. And then the progression is just short notice, number one, and then resting days. There are no resting days
for these players. The games are crashed.
Yes, every team must play every day for a week. There is only one rest day for these teams, and it's not good for these players. And the courts we are using is not that too good. That some of these players always complain of their knees, their ankles, and all of those things. These are some of the things that we need to put in place. When you get into the hall, you won't even know that it is NBBF Premier League being played because there is no banner showing that.
What would you say is the solution to all those challenges we're encountering?
This is a leadership problem. So if the leaders can at least put themselves together and say, okay, we need a very good league in Nigeria. Though it doesn't come on a platter of gold, it comes with sponsorship. You need a sponsor that will help you in putting all these things together. If you don't have a sponsor, then you will continue having this problem. And we will want to see a long league, a regular league, not just a 1 week program, and then we are having a Basketball Africa League representative that will crash out without winning a single game.
This organization was a fair brigade approach, and having speaking with the NBBF president sometimes back, I actually asked, why do we always have a league when you just have representatives twice for the sports in BAL? And when they get there, we saw River Supers, they got to BAL the first year and they couldn't even qualify from that group. Same with Kwara Falcons, and some reports have made that Kwara Falcons have not even gotten that full payment from that last win. The ideology of this whole congested fixture is for them to be able to separate everybody to make the league run well, because we have not had the way you say, okay, from this period to this period, the NBBF League is running. You have not seen that, and it's a problem for our players. You don't go and do a fire brigade approach. If you play basketball, you will know that playing every single day is exhausting. You will not give your best. This same thing happened when they were playing the Division 1 in Abuja here, the Savannah Conference Division 1. Every single day they were playing a basketball match, either in the Group A or in the Group B. Group A and B played every single day, and you wonder, why don't you not have a good structure for our league? Why must we do a fire brigade approach? 1, 2. Why is it that we rarely have media coverages in our basketball tournament? It makes our basketball look unorganized, and then it drags out attention from our basketball.
And away from the basketball courts, talking about the NPFL, it was a Northern Derby on Sunday, Doma United against Gombe United. All right, we have Mark Malele, he's still with us in the studio. It was a very interesting encounter. It was an away actually for your club, for Doma United, and then you picked the all-important 3 points by winning Gombe United 3 goals to nothing. Tell us, how was the crowd reaction? Because
there was not even a single push at the Pantami Stadium on Sunday during the game. A lot of persons were thinking there will be a kind of misunderstanding or maybe a crowd trouble during the game, which normally happens when Gombe United and Doma United are playing each other. But then it was a surprise for everybody, and I think a lot of meetings, peace accord meetings, a lot of peace messages were spread across various social media handles, across media houses in Gombe. And I think it got across all the fans in the state, and then everybody went into the stadium knowing fully that we are here to enjoy football, not to cause a problem. An entire life of staying in Gombe, I have never seen a crowd watching football as that. Guys paid their way into the stadium to watch the games. So I think it was an affair that was peaceful, and everybody enjoyed every single minute in that stadium because the fans were all supporting both teams. When Doma United scored, even the Gombe United fan side were celebrating. It was just something that everybody enjoyed.
So the spirit of sportsmanship played out in Gombe.
And
Sporting Lagos, wow, it was a 3-0 bashing of Kano Pillars. Emmanuel Fashion, you like to talk of that?
A good one for Sporting Lagos after that disappointment in the previous match day 6, and they were able to get a much needed win against 4 times champions of the NPFL NPFL, that is a Kano Pillars, same as they are called. But if you look at that game, for Sporting Lagos is a new life in the Nigerian Premier Football League. This is a team that was just formed, it's not even up to 3 years, and Sporting Lagos is pulling weight. If you want to know a team that is so serious, if you look at Sporting Lagos, after a defeat, your next game, how do you react to your previous game? So I saw a lot of changes. They corrected a lot of things in their last time in match day 6, which was better for me, and they were able to put Kano Pillars to the sword. So good one for Sporting Lagos. And for Lobby Stars, where people keep calling them the dark horse. Last season, the same thing, they were called the dark horse of the league, but at the end of the day, they did not emerge champions of the league. Well, let's see if they have actually learned from last season, because if you look at Lobby Stars last season, they were looking like a team that was going to win the league, but at the end of the day, they didn't win it. So maybe this season, let's see if they can actually lay their hands on the Nigerian Premier League trophy. But so far so good, they are topping.
And a little way away from there, let's talk about women football, where Nigerian elite and FIFA badge referee Yemisi Akintoye has been selected for the 2023 African Women's Champions League taking place in Cote d'Ivoire from November 5 to November 19. Yemisi is one of the 70 referees shortlisted across Africa and one of the 12 selected after an intensive 1-week pre-tournament. Akintoye would be officiating alongside Salma Musaganda of Rwanda, who was the first African woman referee to officiate at the Men's World Cup.
But I feel this is a good fit for her. For this kind of news, what you just wish and what you just have to say is let others take a cue from her and do the right thing in order to get to where she has gotten to.
All right, it went down yesterday, 4-1. Chelsea, where are you? All right, Mark, let me feel your pulse on this game yesterday.
On paper, you would have thought Tottenham would have an edge over Chelsea, and exactly they actually started with that.
After with 2 red cards?
Yeah. No, wait. I mean, early in the game.
Early in the game, of course, they took the lead the first game.
Yeah, and then you thought, okay, that's it. Tottenham are going home with the win, but then all of a sudden things changes. Normally, when you're having a London derby, you get to see some of these dramas. So this is what we always expect from the London derby. But 2 red cards and then conceding 4 against your London rivals. So not a good one for their title challenge.
All right,
for Tottenham was particularly by the coach. This is his first derby in the English Premier League against Chelsea, and let me say the better team at the end of the day. Well, but Chelsea were not too spectacular against that now.
All right, for the Champions League, we have fixtures for today. Emmanuel Fashion, can you take us through that?
Okay, we have Atletico Madrid playing against Celtic. Lazio will welcome Feyenoord from Dutch League. We have Newcastle. They will travel to Germany to face Borussia Dortmund. AC Milan and Paris Saint-Germain will trade tackles. That is the match to watch. FK Zebzeda against RB Leipzig, and the Manchester City will play Young Boys, and the Shakhtar Donetsk will battle Barcelona. Royal Antwerp face FC Porto.
Before we leave, we'd like to congratulate Iga Swiatek, who thrashed Jessica Pegula to win the season-ending WTA finals and move back to the top of the women's ranking as number 1. So all of